This is a first for me, but I'm Lynn Hardman, and if you are joining me, it's because I emailed you a link to this, my first ever live stream on my YouTube channel in my little back porch. Um, there is a chat box. I won't be monitoring it very much, but go ahead and get what you'll need. Maybe some kettlebells. I've got some 10s and some 20s and some water and a mat. And then just your beautiful body. I'm going to put on some music and we're going to do 7 exercises. We're going to do 4 rounds. The first round is body weight only. And by the way, you could do the whole workout with your body weight and that'd be great. Go at your own pace, have fun. How can I tell if anybody's out there? All right. Let's get this party started. So we'll warm up a little bit together to some music, and then we'll start a body weight only round, and then we'll load it up as we please. And then we'll end with some floor work. By the way, there's one exercise at the end of the set of 7 that's on the ground, and it's a plank or a push-up, your choice. You could plank, breathe, brace and breathe. That's the best advice I can give you for this and any strength workout. So here's the music. It's kind of low level, but let's just limber up. You could be on your mat. I'm gonna have to adjust my camera up just a teensy bit so you can see my feet. It's a winter wonderland outside, so you can just begin with a march and breathe. March your feet out a little wider and just push into the floor with active feet. Maybe roll your shoulders. Take them the other way. We need to get that motion going. I have a low ceiling in here, so it's the only kind of private space in my cozy little beautiful home here. Open and close your shoulders and chest. Just trying out all these ranges of motion to get ready for our strength circuit. By the way, if you don't have kettlebells, hand weights will do. If you don't have hand weights, laundry jugs, tightly sealed. A 2-gallon jug is a 16-pound plus a few ounce kettlebell with a handle. Try a little rotation through your spine. Make sure you're bracing your core, that is your abdominals. You're breathing, lifting that trailing heel and squeezing your butt. Reach it up. See how that feels. Maybe reach it down. All right, let's kick up our heels a little. And row. Wonderful. I hope you're feeling good today. A lot of snow, so we couldn't meet out at the playground where we normally meet. Okay. Let's get started with our 7 exercises. And I'm going to put a timer on. We're going to try 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of active recovery. Active recovery could be anything. So feel free to sip water during those momentary breaks in between exercises. And again, we're starting body weight only, focusing on form. Let's put on our timer.
3, 2,
we can hear that.
Go.
Okay, our first exercise is going to be a short lunge. I'm going to turn to the side. We're going to start with the weight in our right leg, slightly ahead of our left. Just put your kickstand down behind that foot and brace. Keep your back neutral and bend over at the waist or hinging at the hips, and then squeeze. Reach your tailbone back, and then forward. It's kind of like a single leg Romanian deadlift.
10 seconds.
Kickstand down. You'll be feeling it in the gluteal furrow. And let's do the other side just for fun and games. Again, neutral spine. Well, this is our break time. But with a short lunge, most of your weight's in that front leg. This one's our left leg being loaded. And you should feel it high on the hamstrings. It shouldn't hurt. If anything hurts, sharp, sudden shooting pain, slow down, stop. Go back to the last thing that didn't hurt. Push through your heel to activate your glutes. Breathe. Ideally, we're going down with slow control.
10 seconds.
Up with a little power. This is great with body weight only. This is how we're warming up, but you can continue throughout the whole thing. Okay, so our next exercise will be sumo squats. It's a wide plie stance, tucking the tailbone under. And we're going to have bicep curls. So attach your upper arms to your body and try not to lean forward or stick your booty out. I'll show you from the side. So keeping the tailbone tucked in that posterior pelvic tilt. Keeping the upper arms anchored on the body and keeping the head and chest up are key to good form with this sumo squat with bicep curls. Brace and breathe.
10 seconds.
Excellent. Our next exercise is going to be a clean and press. It'll feel like kind of a combo. We're going to use our right hand and then our left. Our left hand. Alternate hands. So, getting down with a flat neutral spine, picking it up and racking the weight and pushing it overhead. Putting that down and grabbing it with the other arm. You got it. Down with control, up with a little foot slap or power. Brace, breathe. We're alternating arms, practicing that during our body weight round. Excellent. All right. Our next exercise will be a kettlebell swing. If you've got dumbbells, that'll work, or your laundry jug. I'm going to show you from the side. We'll have that in front of our body. We're going to reach for our tailbone and then shove our hips forward. So the knees will bend a little, but it's mostly a hip hinge. And it's not a lift, it's a swing. So it's coming from your hips. 3 things to think about: pushing your feet actively into the floor, pushing your hips forward, that's the main mover, and then pushing your knees back, keeping the weight from drifting too high. Excellent. Hope you're feeling good. This is a lot of work just with body weight. Our next exercise is going to be a deadlift with upright rows. Feet a little narrower than our squat stance. Neutral spine again. Brace and breathe. Down, tuck, support, drift up the body, keeping the weight close to your body. Here it is from the front view. And these 45-second intervals are meant to give you enough time to thoroughly train the target muscle groups. But that might happen if you're loading up in rounds
10 seconds.
2 through 4. It might not take 45 seconds, so feel free to stop before the beep. All right. This one is a half kneeling halo. If you kneel on your right knee first, make sure you're bracing. You'll be holding thumbs up, and you're going to just trace around your head. Try to keep your body still and stable. Breathe and make sure you're alternating the circle. Rack it near your heart, and then look through that square window that you're making. Try to utilize your whole smooth, slow, comfortable range of motion. Reaching for the back of the neck, elbows up at the back of your
10
halo.
seconds.
Now, hopefully that didn't bother your knee. We will alternate the knee. We're going to finish up this round, with planks or push-ups. But we're not going to do that because I use 2 of the exercise cycles for us to practice our short lunges. So we got a little break here. Get what you need. Your water, your weights, and let's see who's out there. I don't see anybody yet, but I might be wrong. But anyway, this is good practice for me. If you are out there, send me a little note in the chat box if you can. If not, c'est la vie. We're going to get going with our weights for round 2, and then we'll have a little break, and then it'll be round 3 and round 4. First round was our body weight, and then we'll do a little floor work. So this is a 45-minute hefty workout. If you track your workouts on like a Fitbit or a smartwatch, you could call it HIIT, high intensity interval training. And you could track your calories. One thing is when you're working with kettlebells and racking it, you might want to rotate the wristwatch face to the inside so your kettlebell doesn't break your watch. Yeah, okay, 20 seconds, and then we're gonna play around with our hunks of iron. That's what strength training is. It's just resistance. So our first one's gonna be our short lunge. You can start with a lighter weight. See how that works? We're gonna use our right leg forward. Here we go. Put that weight there.
Start.
Brace. Push your tailbone back. And then forward. The arms are just bearing the weight. What happened there? Oh dear. Well, you keep working. Huh. That's odd. All right. Keep working. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe somebody's calling me. All right. Let's just keep working. My bad. If someone's leaving me a message,
10 seconds.
it's why the music cut out. Well, we don't need the music to continue exercising. Okay, so we're done with that. Next exercise are our sumo squats with bicep curls. I failed to mention you could use 2 weights or 1. Either way, hold it by the handles.
Start.
Wide toes out, tuck your tushy. And then we go down and up. Make sure the elbows and the upper arms are anchored. I'm not sure what happened to our music. But let's carry on. From the side, remember, with the sumo squats, you're keeping your tailbone tucked, not pushing it out. Down, up. Squeeze your inner thighs together. This is a great one.
10 seconds.
Inner thighs or hip adductors. Avoid the temptation to lean forward. Great.
Rest.
Next exercise is going to be a clean and press. Let me see if I can get my music back on. There it is. Clean and press. So grab your big boy weight or your big girl weight. We're going to rack it, press it, put it down, switch arms. I think I'm running out of ceiling room here, y'all. I'm going to scooch over. It's a little higher over here. So brace your core. Push your feet into the floor and avoid leaning to the side. I'll show you. That's not the
10
exercise.
seconds.
Keep your core upright as much as possible. Excellent. All right, I don't know why our music cut out. We're going to do our kettlebell swings, and that'll get your heart rate up. Breathe, brace, push your tushy back, and shove your hips forward. Remember, this is a swing. We're driving from our hips. It's not a lift. This is one of the exercises that you can go a little bit faster if it doesn't bother you and you maintain good form.
Ten seconds.
Excellent. All right, we're going to our deadlifts with upright rows. Slightly narrower stance, keeping that back neutral. Elbows kind of lead the way with upright rows. Keeping the weight close to our body helps protect the shoulder joint as we strengthen it. Reach for an imaginary line between your big toes as you go down and push your tailbone back. As you come up, you're squeezing your tailbone under.
Ten seconds.
Great. All
Rest.
right. Just a couple more exercises in this round. I'm going to choose a slightly lower weight for my halos. You want to come down on your right knee gently or your left. Keep that upright torso nice and still as you trace a halo over your head. Reach for the nape of the neck. This is great for triceps and shoulder mobility, and deceptively good for core strength and stability.
Ten seconds.
Awesome. Right, don't get up. We're going to do our best plank and option to push up. So, come down, get long, tuck your tailbone, cup your hands. If you feel like doing a push-up, try it. You could go standard. You could come to your modified push-ups. That's about right for me. And keep your core straight. Inhale down, exhale up. Planking is just fine. If you're wrists are hurting you, you can plank from the forearms and
10
finish strong.
seconds.
Excellent. We've got about 2 minutes here to rest, recover, rehydrate, and then we'll come back at it again. I'm not sure anybody's out there, but if you are, please leave a comment. Two more rounds to go from my back porch with the Winter Wonderland in the background. This is my first live stream from YouTube, so I'm not sure if I'm reaching you. If I am, give me comments now or later. And then if I can save this stream, I'll share it with you afterwards. So I'm not confident anybody's out there with me right now. Okay, so get ready for round 2. We've got about 50 seconds. And this time, we're going to go with the left leg on the short lunges and the left knee on the half kneeling kilos. If you can't remember which leg you did, don't worry. We're going to alternate on the last round. And that's where we're going. So, in between rounds, or if you feel tanked out before the beeper on the 45 seconds of work, just, treat yourself to a stretch, whatever feels like it needs it. But let's get set up for our left leg short lunge, coming up right now in 10 seconds. So remember, left leg leads, weights primarily there, and the right leg is just a kickstand.
Start.
Shoulders down and back, hinge at the hips, and power up with the hips. Reach that tailbone back and forward. Try to keep the neck as an extension of your neutral, long, strong spine. Look to the toes of the left foot, and then look to the wall. Brace and breathe.
Ten seconds.
Excellent. All right. We're going to do our sumo squat with bicep curls. Again, you can hold it like this if you got a kettlebell. Thumbs up. Keep your arms pasted to your body. Toes out, drop your hips, tuck your booty up and lower. As we lower the weight, do work. That is resist gravity. And try to avoid leaning forward at the hips. Everything's a core exercise with these kettlebells. But you can use hand weights or the jogs we talked about. And body weight, and it's still a core exercise. Legs, upper body, core.
10 seconds.
We got it all. Excellent. All right. Time for our clean and press. We're going to alternate arms. Shoulders down and back, chest lifted. Brace with your abs. Down, rack, drive up. We're going to get to the higher ceilings here. Switch arms. Again, try to stay tall through your spine. Try not to lean.
10 seconds.
Oh, I'm starting to hot, y'all, on this snowy day. Okay, kettlebell swings coming at you. I gotta set my heater off. Whew. Got my own heater going. Ready to swing? Okay, brace and breathe. Drive your hips. Push your feet down. Push your knees back. So it looks like from the side. This one will get your motor going.
10 seconds.
Woo! Yeah, okay. Ready for our deadlifts with upright rows. By the way, you don't have to do the upper body portion if it hurts you in any way. You have the option of doing a deadlift and ending there, or just not doing the deadlift if your legs are tanked out or hurting. Of course, you can do both together. That would be the ideal. Breathe. I like to think of opening my chest, like yawning to greet the
10
day
seconds.
with this upright row. Wonderful. Okay, we're down in our half kneeling halos. You might need a little extra cushion under your knee. If that's the case, go ahead. I'm gonna get back down. Rack it near your heart, thumbs up. And slow as you go around your head. And then opposite direction with your halos. Don't rush this one. Really glide through your full range of motion. Keep your torso long and strong. Squeeze your glute on that kneeling leg.
10 seconds.
Heck, why not squeeze your glute on your other leg? All right. Staying down for our push-ups or our planks. Your choice. This is really moving along. Find your best plank position. Start there. If you can't do one push-up today, maybe in a month you can. So tuck your tailbone, pull your belly button in. Keep your body long. Neck is an extension of the spine. Do your best. Rest at the top. I like to do them standard until I feel like I can't anymore. So then I'll come to modified and finish out. You do
10
you.
seconds.
Ooh. A little child's pose. Feels good after doing push-ups or planks for me. You take care of you. Rest time. Rehydrate time. All right. More water. Okay, we're almost a half an hour in. We're going to do one more round of our kettlebell or resistance exercises. And then we're going to finish up with a couple floor exercises, a little bit more core forward. One will be a pullover leg downs, which you can do without any weights, and it's pretty challenging in and of itself. And it gets our lats on duty, as well as our front body, core muscles, our rectus abdominis. And then we'll do some side lying hip abduction side planks on both sides. And then we'll stretch. So in about 45 seconds, we're gonna finish up strong on this last round. We're gonna alternate our short lunges. Okay, actually that's too hard. I'll add one round so we can do right lunges, left lunges, full cycle. So just ignore this beep here. We're gonna add one round and that'll round us out. Okay, so get ready. The first exercise will be right leg loaded, short lunge. The second exercise will be left leg loaded. And in 3 seconds, y'all.
3, 2, 1, go.
Right leg, short lunge. Bend the knee a little, but mostly reach the tailbone back. Keep the body long, shoulders retracted in their down and back happy place. As I said before, this is a kind of a modified Romanian single leg deadlift. It allows us to load it up more because we don't have to worry about balancing as much. Okay, just for fun, I'm going to turn the other way. Lead with the left. Kickstand right. Brace and breathe. Shoulders down and back. And up. Hinge at the hip. Reach toward the big toe. Squeeze and tuck your tailbone under. Squeeze the glutes. Look at the floor. Look at the wall. Make sure the back is nice and long. All right. Whew. That was a piece of work. Okay, moving on to our sumo squats. Again, best way to hold your kettlebell is thumbs up. Attach your arms. I'm going to show from the side. Feet nice and wide. Tuck your tailbone. Boom. Keep it there. Avoid hinging forward with the body. Imagine you're in a tube with your body or in a toaster and you don't want to burn your front or your back side. Here it is from the front. You can go as low as you comfortably can. Thighs parallel with the ground. It's plenty low.
10 seconds.
Excellent. Okay, we're to our alternating arms, clean and press. Rest, breathe. Sometimes I need to shake out my grip. Here we go. Rack it, press it. Don't bust a hole in the ceiling. Switch arms. Get over here to where the ceiling's a little higher. My back porch is kind of slanted. Brace, breathe, repeat.
10 seconds.
Wonderful. Woo. Warm in here. All right, we got our swings, kettlebell swings. It's good to exercise on this snowy day. So, here's a side view. Brace, reach, and push hips forward. Remember, you're driving your hips. You're not lifting with your back or your shoulders.
10 seconds.
Woo! Deadlifts, with or without your upright rows. This is a workout, y'all. So hinge at the hips. Reach for that line between your big toes. And elbows lead the way. Weight stays very close to your body. I'll show you what I mean here. It's touching you. Yeah. Beautiful. Keep going.
Ten seconds.
I kind of favor this kind of just a little bit of a finger hang on this upright row for my shoulder mobility. But you do you. Okay, I'm going to kneel with both legs for these halos. You can choose your own way. Oh, I went with the heavier weight. It makes a big difference. Remember, do your best, and when you need to rest, do so, please. Squeeze your glutes forward to support your spine. Alternate your halo direction. Hopefully you've been doing that. Elbows up. Close to the heart.
10 seconds.
All right. Final set of push-ups or planks. Do your best. You can rest at the top. You can also use your forearms. Set up in your best plank. Back is long. Neck is an extension of your back. Inhale down. Exhale up. Do your best. Rest at the top. Ooh. I'm going to finish in my modified. You can also rest in plank.
10 seconds.
Oh, that's a lot of push-ups, y'all. Oh my goodness. All right. We're going to take a little break. Very little. For you to get water, get comfortable. Maybe you need to towel off. And then we're going to do our pullovers with leg downs in between one side plank, hip abduction, and then the other. That's where we're going. So get what you need. Come onto your mat. Weights at your feet is best. I'm going to restart our clock here. For these leg downs, just preview, just watch. You're going to have your weight in your arms. You're going to reach overhead, and then we're going to bring the toes toward the hands, and then down toward the floor. That's what I call your leg downs. You have the option of doing just the pullover with the upper body, or just the leg downs and supporting the lower back. I'm going to load it up and put our 45-15 on, but we're going to start in our side plank with hip abduction. We don't need the weights for that one, okay? Here's the setup. Come down onto your side. Stick your other leg out. We're on our forearm with the elbow just underneath the shoulder. Dorsiflexing that top leg. We're going to, if the timer gives us, we're going to lift that hip and open the space between the knees. Here we go. I think in about 5 seconds. Here we go. Pull the navel in. Keep the hips stacked perpendicular to the floor. Try not to crane the neck. This is a hard exercise. It's a small motion, but we're using the obliques, all the spinal stabilizers, the gluteus medius, and the shoulder stabilizers. And this is one side. If you need to stop at the 10-second beeper, do so.
10 seconds.
Oh, I might need to, y'all. I am. I'm going to get set up for the leg downs. I'm going to take a nice healthy weight. Get down. Get ready. You can cross your ankles if you like. Reach overhead, legs down. Reach up. Peel your tailbone off the ground. Keep that abdominal brace. Don't let your lower back wave away or arch away from the floor too much. This is a good one for our latissimus dorsi and the rectus abdominis, the front of our abdomen.
10 seconds.
Oh, this is a good one. All right. Body weight, other side of our hip abductions. Side plank. Elbow right under the shoulder, top leg dorsiflexed, hips stacked perpendicular or at a right angle with the floor. Actively inhale down, exhale up. Actively pull the navel in toward the spine. Oh, this is a hard exercise. I like this one. It's challenging. There's no way to cut our body weight down on this one, is there?
10 seconds.
Feel free to stop. I have to. Woo! We're going to stay on the floor. Finish with a gentle stretch, restorative stretch. Let me get rid of my timer. All right. Just a couple minutes here. I'll give us some cool down music. Well, that last set was, I could really feel it in my hips. So that's where I'm going to start my my stretches. Okay, give me 2 more minutes. If you can't sit like cross-legged on the floor because your hips are tight, maybe your knees look more like that, that's fine, don't worry. But we're going to just take one leg crossed over the other. Let's start with our leg long. And then cross over. There. Hug that inside of the knee joint towards your chest. Sit tall, breathe, and lengthen your spine. Feel a nice opening on the outer hip. Some people feel this on the inner thigh as well. Let's get a little spinal rotation. Take your arm opposite of the knee that's in front and plant it somehow on the outside of that thigh. Breathe length into your spine as you look over your shoulder, slowly, mindfully, exhaling as you wring out the stale air, and then breathe deep, expanding the lungs, expanding the ribs and all the muscles along the spine. And let's switch. Hug that inside of the knee joint toward your chest. Breathe in, breathe height into your seated spine. It's good. It's so good to move. Strength training, as you probably know, should be done on non-consecutive days of the week, 2 or 3 times per week, 6 to 10 exercises, full body exercises like we did today. Wow, that'll get you into cardio range as well. Okay, let's rest and rotate. So opposite arm as the front leg, kind of plant that upper arm. And then as you breathe in, sit tall and look slowly, carefully over your shoulder as you exhale. Stay in this rotation and breathe deep. Unwind. Let's get both feet out front. Knees can gently, slowly pedal. And you could slide your hands from your knees a little lower to your shins, to your ankles, as far as you comfortably can. Maybe you could touch your toes. If you can't, no problem. You could always grab a strap or an old tie, a rope, even a towel to draw your feet into dorsiflexion, toes coming closer to your nose. Great. Okay, let's get those inner thighs, soles of the feet together. Kind of walk your hips a little closer to your heels. You could start here in a slightly forward curling pose. Some people call these butterflies, but don't bounce ballistically. It's best to mindfully stretch gradually. And then, since so much of our life is in front of us, curling forward, let's open our hands behind our hips and develop this inner thigh stretch, opening our hands and our chest and our shoulders, and just inching gradually our hips closer to our heels and the outsides of the knees closer to the floor. Deep inhale, choosing if you wish, and if it doesn't hurt, to look upward. Exhale, looking down, gentle with the neck, and then front half of a circle. Slow, smooth, full, safe, comfortable range of motion. Excellent. Bringing the knees up and together, give a hug, reaching around the backs of the thighs. And then exhale and slump, pulling away from your thighs. I'll show you from the side. Excellent. Coming to our feet, it's a good time to try a little downward dog. Get another hamstring, lat, and calf stretch. So pressing our heels toward the floor, lifting our hips toward the ceiling, bringing our ears toward our biceps, pedaling a little bit from one leg to the other, slow, controlled, and then inchworming our feet and or our hands closer together, coming up mindfully one vertebrae at a time. So that's that. Okay, I'm not sure I had anybody join me, but hey, I had fun, and hopefully I could share this after the streaming is done. Goodbye for now. That was Power Lunch with me, Lynn Hardman, Thanks, as always, for your energy.